In this video, we're going to have a look at what we mean by inverse functions. So, in an inverse function, if we've got, say, regardless, in our inverse function, x and y, or our values for x and y swap. That's just how it is. So we swap x and y values. And that's it. So let's say we had something that looked like this. We would swap all the x and y values and it would look something like this. And what would end up happening is it would intersect there at that line where y equals x. That is where your original function and your inverse function will intersect. So our original function is always f of x, and our inverse function is f negative 1 of x. And that's it. So let's see how this works. First thing they'll give you is stuff like this. They'll say that we've got a function at which is just a bunch of points, just some discrete points. 1, 3, negative 2, 6, 4 and 5, and 7 and 1. So that's our function, it's just that set of points. So our inverse is the direct swap of all of those. Tell us the domain and range. Let me have a look. Page down, page down, page down, page down. No, doesn't tell us domain and range. Anyhow, we'll write our domain and range. So if we have a look at this, our domain is our x values, which is 1, negative 2, 4, and 7. So we're going to write that in ascending order. Negative 2, 1, 4, and 7. And our range is our y values. 3, 6, 5, 1. We're going to write that in ascending order again. 1, 3, 5, 6. So that's what we've got so far. Now, like I said before, to find the inverse, what we do is we swap. So our inverse to this here, we're going to swap these two values. So it'll be 3 and 1. It'll be 6 and negative 2. It'll be 5 and 4. And the last one will be 1 and 7. Curly brackets. Now, what is our domain? To ask us to state the domain. Domain is x values. 3, 6, 5, and 1. So 1, 3, 5, 6. And our range will be our y values. 1, negative 2, 4, 7. Negative 2, 1, 4, 7. So that's the first thing we do. We swap, we have our original thing. Domain is the x values. Range is the y values. To find the inverse, we swap x and y values. And then likewise, what was the range becomes a domain. What was the domain becomes a range. That's all there is to it. It does get more complicated. That's when we have actual variables. But for now, that's it. You're swapping x and y.